beautiful hedge fund managers. So as you can see here, you have 2,000 weeks to stay in this life. That's the most likely or the biggest probability that you will stay in the life. The human lifespan around between 3,000 weeks to 4,000 weeks. So can you just imagine how many weeks you have already spent, and potentially you have only 2,000 weeks alive, okay? And not only you, even me. Maybe I have less, maybe you have less. But what I want to tell you today is I want to tell you a story about how you can build 1 billion or beyond 1 billion found through your network is absolutely not the right thing to do. So today we'll talk about it. So here is a post that already went viral on my LinkedIn account. So I thought, all right, I will share it here and I will make sure that you will have the most of your own limited lifetime, which is the next 2,000 weeks that you are alive, correct? Let's get into it directly. So here is what happens when you try, okay? Building a 1 billion or beyond 1 billion found through your network alone is very tall. Why is that? Here's what happens when you try. First, endless coffee meetings. If you're aware of it, correct? That's what happens all the time. Zero follow-up structure. You have no follow-up structure. You have no systems. You're just doing the meeting and bye-bye, all right? And that is not how you can build a hedge fund, okay? That's how you can actually build something like, all right, hi, my friend, how are you? That's something out of the business, okay? And constant meetings, okay? That's what you will have. Random intro updates, okay? Lost opportunities. That's exactly how it goes when you want to build your own fund through your own network or your own connections, okay? So as you can see, spending of time, you are consuming time, you are spending your own limited lifetime, correct? Real players do it differently. So how they are doing it? They build instinctual great fundraising machines. What that means, I will tell you. But right now you need actually to take some notes. Dedicated IR teams. What that means, I will tell you. Ex-private bankers, placement agents, fund marketers, and here the system outreach. Let's start with the first one. You need to have ex-private bankers. What the private bankers would do? That's absolutely a great point, okay? Bankers, they will start to do the structure of your own fund internally, okay? They will start to structure your own fund on how you will manage the portfolio management, on how you will start to send out updates, how you will communicate with the investors. Because who are the ex-bankers? Someone who worked in the banks, correct? So they understand how they can communicate with the investors, with individuals, or with the humans. So that's how you can get their own experience to apply it in your own fund. They will help you with managing the fund or managing the operation internally, okay? And you need also to have a placement agents, but I don't recommend you to have that, okay? Others, they would do that, to do the interactions or to do something like that, to do intros, to do anything that would be externally for the fund. But I don't recommend you to do that. What I can recommend you to have is fund marketers. You need to have fund marketers. That's absolutely 100%. Today, if you have the best fund or if you have the best investment opportunity, but no one know about you, you have no fund. You have nothing. If you have the best returns, the best performance, and the lowest drawdown, that will never work out, okay? So you need to understand how you can actually grab attention and how you can get the quality of attention, how you can get the segment or the best segment of your own target audience of the investors, LBS that you are looking to target. Number two, systemic outreach, what that means. So you need to have systemic outreach. I will explain to you what that means right away. So you need to have a quarterly LBA updates. What we are doing is we're doing weekly. We are not doing quarterly, but here I have it like as a generic tip. Exclusive events, what that means, as I have already mentioned to you before, you can have like LBS, a private circle to LBS, to have meetings together and to actually communicate and engage together. That will absolutely be valuable, and to mention that if you have it on the calls with the LBS, because that's what it can also be like your own unique selling point, and you will close more deals with the LBS, okay? And strategic road shows, what that means. So Whenever you have a call with LBS, you need to have a CRM list that you will put their own data, their own information, their own answers, what they have for traction, what they have already said, how they have already interacted in the CRM list. So you will absolutely have a system to follow up with them later on and to keep following up with them. You need to have negotiators. You need to have negotiators, okay? You need to have negotiators. You need to have sales teams that will join on the calls, advisors who will be on the calls, and you need to have a system, sales system that we actually helping our partners to do, which is to have global sales operation to make sure that you will have from A to Z everything in the place to scale up the management to new all-time highs constantly. So the hedge fund managers, they will only focus on portfolio management and on the drawdowns and on the performance. Number 3, professional pipeline management. What that means? CRM tracking, as I have already mentioned to you before. Follow-ups, as I have already mentioned to you before. Structured feedback loops. What that means? So after each call with LBS, what we are doing is we're getting back to the LBS, we're making sure to open the line again. Once we start to open the line again by our own ways, how we open the lines that I will not reveal to you, but we're opening the lines again. And how we are doing that, or when we are doing that, we making sure to understand that what they are looking to see next before they're taking any decision further. So we're making sure to understand which concerns that they currently have and what they are looking to see before they're taking any step further. So if they want to see more on the funds management, on the operation, and on the portfolio management, on the performance, on the drawdown report for the last 2 quarters, etc., what they are looking to see, what they are looking to actually have more insights on, we're making sure to provide that after the calls, and we're making sure to keep closing after each requirements that they have already asked about. So if they wanted to see X and Y, we're making sure to provide that, and after they have already seen that, they had already their own time to scan it in, we're making sure to ask for the close or ask for another call directly. We're making sure at the same time to have a limited amount of open lines of LBS at the same time. So we're making sure to keep touch on this open line, keep touch on this open line, and keep our touches on all the open lines at the same time, but without being salesy. And that's what you need to learn. And most interesting part, which is the next that I will tell you right here, the funds that hit 1 billion or beyond typically had these systems in place before $500 million under management. So before you start to scale up to $500 million under management, you need actually to have all the instructors that I have already mentioned to you in the place in order to make sure that you can actually scale up aggressively, massively to where you want to get, okay? Because you can today buy a car and then you will have the driver license, correct? In this case, you need to have the driver license first, then you can buy the car, correct? I mean, you can drive the car without the driver license. You can absolutely do that, but why you would do that? Why you will go through the errors? Do you understand? If you have already the time to actually build the instructors on your own fund because you are here for the long term, then you need actually to have the driver license first, and then you can buy the car because you are here for the long term, correct? You are not here to only to drive the car for 2 days and you will be out of the business. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's exactly what you need to focus on. Is if you have already built something for the long term, you are not here actually to say, it's game over, I will go home. Then you need to build the instructors in your own hedge fund early on. So you're making sure that you will stay in the market for the long term, and at the same time, you will scale up massively, aggressively to where you're gonna get. That was everything for today's video. Before you going in from today's video, they weren't waiting to get big, to get professional. Okay, the funds that they hit $1 billion in management, they weren't waiting to get big to get professional, because that's what most of you have for beliefs. Think about it. Would Blackstone really on random launches to raise capital? Of course not. Neither should you. Okay, take a look under the videos in the description below. I'm doing these videos because of you, okay? I'm doing these videos because I want to change the industry. I want to change the industry. I want to make sure that you will get the most of it. I want to make sure that, all right, you will have someone who will actually help you, give you something that will actually help you, or provide something to your own life that will actually make it easier, faster to have outcome from what you are doing. If anything of today's video helped you in some way, or my videos helped you in some way, so you can take a look on those videos in the description below. They will absolutely help you a lot. And until then, it was Ziad.